Hello and welcome to What Talking with Middle-Aged Adventure Walks. I'm Liesl.
I'm Jeffrey.
And today we are in
Campeche. San Francisco de Campeche in the state of Campeche.
ding 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 ding.
Yeah. Synchronism, here we are.
All right.
Entertain us. Well, we're going to try to entertain you.
Yes, we are.
We're at the waterfront. We're down by the Malecon. It is a fascinating place, Campeche. We're going to tell you about how we got here. We're going to tell you about things we've discovered so far in our first 4 days or so. And we're going to try to, just enlighten you a little bit and give you some informative information while being entertaining.
Talk about the Maya train a little bit. We're going to walk along the Malecon.
We're going to walk in that direction now that you're kind of looking at. And we're going to try to reach the mall area. They call it the Galerías.
Yeah, that's our goal.
There's kind of some intermittent cloud. And if you hear a bit of wind in the sound quality, it's because Campeche is windy.
It is.
This is actually a pretty less windy day. Windy,
yeah. Like there was not even whitecaps on the water, whereas the other day you were getting blown. Like we were getting actually physically
and the waves
blown.
were splashing up.
It was amazing. Well, this guy's going to give us a thing for a restaurant. Sí, gracias,
Ya tenemos esta carta, gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias, señor.
Oh my gosh, just like boom.
Right away.
They're just like, hey.
I like how, even though we're filming stuff and it's obvious that we're filming, they're like, hey man,
no, let's do
you
this.
want to stop, you want this.
Yeah, you want
You got to admire their persistence. And we have said that before about capitalism in Mexico. Like, whatever you think about Mexico, they do it. They go for it with capitalism.
They really do.
They don't inhibit it.
No, they do not.
I mean, there are rules and laws and all that, but Canada's just got so many things where you can't do this, you can't do that.
Well, and people get all very like, oh, they're so pushy and they do this and they're always selling you stuff. It's called capitalism.
Yeah.
Apparently everybody likes it.
We live in capitalistic society.
Yeah.
North America is capitalist.
Figure it out. It's like having your cake and eating it too.
So what we're looking at here is what they call the
it.
train ligero.
Yes.
The light train. And we had a lot of comedy about this because it is not a train.
It is not a train.
And it was originally intended to be a train and actually light rail. And it ended up being a bus. And yet they made it look like a train.
And also look at this station. It just this was the final station that it dropped us off.
In the Centro Histórico,
right,
so it's a terminal station.
Right in the middle of, this is the highway, I think?
Yeah.
Like just boom, right in the middle. So any way that you get off, you got to cross a busy road.
And just like Campeche and a few places like that, they decided to put the road on the waterfront side.
Yeah.
So we have some interesting things with the planning. This area, from what we can tell, was filled in after the fort because it's a walled city, Campeche. So this is all kind of a new area they created, and it's all industrial. There's an Olympic pool over there.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
And it's that thing where I guess they want people to drive along the waterfront, but it really just, unlike Progreso, for instance, which has a similar waterfront situation and actually is similarly windy and things, Progreso at least has the restaurants on the pedestrian road, water side.
Yeah, because I mean, how nice would that be if this was a pedestrian path Malecon, and instead of having the road, you had businesses and restaurants and places to sit and eat and enjoy it.
So when you get dropped off back there where we were, and then you go inland from there to the Puerto del Mar, which is the sea gate, which is your first entrance in through the walled city into the restaurant row of the actual Centro Histórico.
Yeah.
You have to cross the highway right away, so you got your luggage and everything, and you kind of feel like you just get dumped literally in the middle of the highway.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for being the light rail, I guess they're trying to be fancy and futuristic, but it was slow.
Very slow.
And it was loud.
It took about an hour from the Maya train.
Yeah.
Tren Maya station, which is on the outskirts of town. And yeah, it was loud. It felt weird.
Yeah,
Again, they tried to make it look like a train, and yet it's not a train, and yet they call it a train.
And I think, just if people are curious, it was 39 pesos for both of us, which is, nada to get on an hour trip to get from the Maya train station to here, but oh my goodness.
We just saw one of those streetcar buses too, where they're pretending that the streetcar train is a bus, is a train, and it's actually a bus.
Yeah.
So this seems to be a thing that we're laughing about in Campeche, where they like to make buses and then call them trains.
Yeah.
And for us, it was quite confusing when we got off at the station in Campeche on the Tren Maya, which again is controversial, mixed feelings about it.
Yes.
You can check it out if you want.
Yes.
But for people like us, it works for transportation.
Yes.
And as far as we're concerned, keeps people off the roads, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And we got there, and like a lot of them, they're outside of the city. And whether, you know, this one was an hour outside of the city by public transportation.
Yeah.
And some of them are 10, 15 minutes. But we really liked Escárcega, which you go right into town. And those ones are just such a difference when you get off.
Yeah, and
we
boom.
walked right to our place.
Oh, God, that
5,
was
10
so
minutes.
nice. That really was nice.
And you walk back and you get right on.
And so the thing is that the ones generally like in Playa del Carmen, in
show all the seaweed over here.
Palenque, in places like that where there is
the
a shuttle.
bigger cities usually.
Yeah, Merida I know has a shuttle. Generally there's like this kiosk that you go to, and they sell you a little ticket, and they've got Bacalar had one, and it's, you know, they're, I don't know, generally around 35, 45 pesos
very
per person.
reasonable.
Not a big deal.
So we got a little cocky this time because of that. We were like, oh yeah, we got this. We'll figure it out. It's no problem.
Yeah, where's the kiosk? No big deal. We're looking for the kiosk, thinking it's a big enough station, so there'll probably be one.
And some of them you get off at the upper platform, and Palenque you get off on the main level. But often there's like escalators involved and different ups and downs that you have to do. Yeah. I think this one made us go up and down.
It did. We had to go up and then back down.
Yeah. Probably go over something like the rails or something. But you know, we asked a few people, where do we get the bus? Because it's always a bus.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, you know, down there, okay, fine. So we went down to the area where we were supposed to go, and there's all this stuff with Tren Maya looking-esque logos.
Yes.
Talking about a train, and it says Tren Ligero. And so we thought that all the fancy ticket buying machines for taquillas, it looked like it was for the Tren Maya.
Yeah.
So we were like, because it's at the entrance to the Tren Maya station.
Yeah, so we were like, oh, and it was a completely different kind of kiosk than we've seen in any of the other places.
And even though people are lining up and, you know, obviously in a frenzy to get tickets, again, it looked like that's where you would go to get the tickets to get on the actual train.
Yeah, ooh, it's windy. Hopefully that's okay with your microphone. Sorry, everybody, it's just the way it is. It's windy here. Anyway.
It just picked up.
Yeah, it did just pick up.
I'll hold my hand there, see if that makes a difference.
Yeah, maybe.
Often it doesn't.
But we don't want to mute your voice, so we love your beautiful voice. Yeah.
And that sign said take care of the trees too. So.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Take care of the trees.
Yeah.
I swear the wind just picked up.
It did.
But that's what they say. It says it's very gusty.
Yeah.
And there can be gusts, like the first day we were here, there were gusts of up to 41, and like we were saying, there was huge white caps.
Huge white caps.
And I know we're talking about the Tren Maya, but just quick, that's one of the things that's interesting about this place, is you would think being on the ocean that there'd be a swimming opportunity. Or some sort of beach opportunity.
Yes.
But the way they filled it in and the way they did things, and maybe it was to keep the pirates out back in the day, who knows?
Maybe it's pollution, don't know.
There's talk of that.
Yeah.
You can't go swimming anywhere.
No.
And there's a little section, we got some fishermen coming up here, but there's a section where the fishing boats are.
Yeah.
Which seems like it used to be the history of the culture of the area.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of Mayan culture here. And you know, that doesn't seem to be a factor now. You can't really interact with the water at all.
No, it's very walled.
And yet part of that is because it seems very windy most of the time.
Yeah, very windy.
And so there are places outside of Campeche that look really nice, about a half hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Where you can go to
3
get some
hours.
beaches.
Yeah.
But part of our thing is doing a Maya train tour.
Yes.
And there's some graffiti, by the way, here in town that says Tren Mata.
It does.
And I'll let you translate that if you want. But show some of the feelings about it.
Yeah.
And you know, it's our objective to just go to the cities that we can get off at and use public transportation, whether it's a cab or a bus.
Also, this Gulf of Mexico sort of side of everything seems windy.
Yeah, Progreso.
It's been windy whenever we go to the coastline here, so that's a real thing.
Just watch for their backswings here. Don't get too close there.
I got it.
You gotta watch out for the trees and the fish hooks.
Yeah, we gotta watch out for all the things.
And so we ended up, you know, waiting by what they said was a train that I could see obviously had wheels and there was no rails, and it looked like a train. It was just sitting there, and that's the whole thing. We saw that coming in, so we were like, all right, we'll just walk over to that thing, because that's obviously the bus that we take. And so that's why we didn't ever get a fully straight answer about where the bus is, because they're pretending it's a train. Even though it's a bus.
And it's like
again,
a weird,
there are no
slow,
rails.
loud bus.
And it has wheels.
Yeah.
And all the things go sideways.
Yeah.
So we had this lovely Tren Maya trip here where they had a promotion over the holidays, which they're not the best at promoting things.
No, like we didn't even barely see it.
No, and I only found out because I bought a ticket at the thing, and the guy actually told me about it.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I hit the right button that put me there.
Yeah.
Basically, it was the same price for tourist class as first class, so we had a nice first class.
We did.
Facing the right way.
We first classed it.
We should probably just show over here quick.
Yeah, because okay, I know we kind of veer on topics. We come back around.
We're
we
weaving.
come back around. We do weaving. So across there is this. It looks like it's called Campeche Hub, and it's like this artisanal market that's inside, handicrafts and stuff like that. But like nobody was in there. There was 2 other people that were in there, and
it's high end. Like it's
it
a fancy
is.
building. It seems fairly new.
And yet it's hard to get to. It's not well advertised. It's very bizarre, really, that it's a bizarre bazaar.
So on one hand, it was very admirable what they're trying to accomplish there, but on the other hand, it just seemed like one of those things where we make the joke that Grandma's worried about it.
Grandma's worried, and there's some pencil pusher who thought it was a good idea.
Yeah,
Sitting in their
put it here
office.
and it's like, again, it's nowhere near the main tourist areas.
No.
I don't think anybody would really walk there.
No. Well,
So-
because it's also on the other side of the road. So if you're walking along the Malecon, again, you have to cross this really
Yeah.
busy road to get there.
Yeah.
Kind of bizarre.
So with the bus train,
The bus train.
we got out there, and yeah, after having the beautiful train by, these things face sideways once you get on it,
Yeah.
and they kind of announce every time in 3 languages. That was kind of cool. to
The
hear
3
from Maya.
languages. Mine was very cool.
Yeah.
A lot of stops.
But for somebody like Liesel, who it really helps her if she is able to face forward, it was kind of stressful on the Maya train because she didn't know even until we got on whether it was going to go the right direction or
Yeah,
not.
because it's kind of hard to tell. But luckily, we got it a little bit figured out-ish, kind of.
And for those who are following our journey on our tour of the entire Yucatan Peninsula, we had to switch our seats in the 2 rides before that.
Yeah.
Because the train started out one way and then went the other way.
Yeah.
And then our seats in the one before, your window seat didn't have a window.
That's right.
Had a wall.
Had a wall.
Right by the window.
Which is not great.
This is a convention center across the way.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's
Again,
a
very fancy.
lot of space.
And for those who are going to see our later Campeche videos, on the other side of the walled city, outside of the Centro Histórico, it's very much like a regular Mexican town with like lots of buses and markets and action and all sorts of general chaos, basically,
But
in an organized way.
You can tell that there's more money here
Yeah.
than there has been in other places that
And
we've
that's
been.
the thing, on this
Yeah.
side, there's definitely some money, and you'll
Like,
notice
look at
that in Mexico.
Home Depot over there and stuff. Like, what?
Because there's income inequality all around the world these days, especially now with
Absolutely.
the oligarchy winning more and more.
Yeah,
Fight the
totally.
oligarchy, everybody.
Let's go.
You could definitely, it's kind of shocking though when we came in on the light train bus. Instantly, it was just like, oh, okay.
Like, look, we're already coming to another station.
Really?
Yeah, that's another light train bus station right there. Yeah.
And that's it. It comes in from inland, then hits the water
Yeah.
and comes across.
Yeah.
And it's getting a little cloudy
and
now.
I think this was a fairgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
That was more set up when we pulled in, and now they're tearing it down. So maybe that was up for the holidays.
So the whole thing of getting to Campeche was lovely until we actually arrived at Campeche.
Yeah.
And had to deal with the light train. And again, it provided us a fair amount of comedy.
Yes, it did.
But after a 3-hour almost train ride
Oh, it was more.
from Palenque.
It was like at least
It was
4.
4 hours, yeah, 4 and about 20.
Yeah.
And then having to do this hour
Oh my
public
gosh.
transportation thing.
Yeah, that wasn't the funnest.
It wasn't great.
Nah.
And it does a lot of beeping, and then
Oh my God, it was loud.
and then the doors open and close. They give you like maybe 10 seconds, like at this station.
And
like
they tell you, they're like, we're coming up to this station and be prepared to
Yeah,
get off. Like,
get
get your
ready
stuff
in
and
3
get
languages.
ready. And you're like, okay, big deal. So then, yeah, the doors open for so quick, but then they close and you sit there.
yeah, and then you sit there for like a minute.
You're like, okay.
You're like, well, maybe you just could have kept it open a little longer. Just
Right?
maybe 20 seconds.
I don't know.
So again, we had some good laughs about it because
We
it's
did.
it was a new system, and so it's
Yeah.
just funny when they spend all this money.
Yeah.
And again, it was supposed to be light rail, and then it ends up being a bus, and then they make decisions. So then every time and
Oh
that
my
thing
God.
is so loud
So
when the doors
loud.
close.
So loud.
And then with all the announcements, but it feels like they're doing announcements pretty well the whole time you're
well,
there.
they are, because look at how we have not walked that far and we're already at this other station right here.
Barrio de Guadalupe,
Yeah,
which we're staying with Guadalupe,
we are.
and that's La Virgin is.
Let's walk by the water so we can
Guadalupe.
show this. statue.
And then they say it's a driverless, supposed to be optic sensor driverless bus train, that they don't call a bus. And it's not, because the guy went up front and he was obviously driving it from what we could see.
Yeah. Oh, and then every time he came to an intersection, he honked his horn like crazy.
And as we're going along, we're like, who's honking the horn at us? Like, what's going on? Not occurring that it would be us.
Yeah.
Our thing that was honking the horn. And there's a lot of crossings.
So funny.
So between the beep, 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 beep of the door and the bam, 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 as he's going through the intersections, and then all the announcements all the time. It was quite something.
It really was quite something.
So by the time we finally arrived down here, we were ready to get off it, first of all.
Yeah, we were.
But also, we had some comedy, so.
Yeah.
Sometimes in life, when things are going a little nutty, like they are these days, you have to find the absurdity in the absurdity.
You do. You really have to, because
So there's a Home Depot over there. There's a Sam's Club.
Yeah, that's right.
Right by the fair.
Yeah, we're gonna, at the mall, there's a Liverpool,
which
apparently.
Is a really fancy, high-end.
It is fancy.
Mexican department store. But I should look that up. Why is it called Liverpool?
Yeah, I don't know.
And because that's obviously a city in England.
Yeah, not sure.
So, getting to Campeche, not that easy.
No. Also, with comedy, just want to point out that this pathway has 3 different sections. So it's got this one section that they've obviously put a lot of work into.
A lot of work.
And it's hard to walk on.
Yeah.
Because it's all uneven, the walking section.
It's
and then
right
beside it, they've got this other section.
The jogging path, I think. So that's why we're on the jogging path.
So we're on the jogging path. And then the bike.
Is way easier.
The bike section is next. That's what that is.
And so it's great. We admire all forms of people power transportation.
Absolutely.
And yet, it is ironic that the massive walking side, they've created all these things you can trip on. And it must have taken, I don't know, it feels like a year.
Oh my God, so
to do
long.
all that rock work.
All that inlay of the stone? Like, oh my goodness, so funny.
So Campeche's got some interesting things.
It does.
But having said that, though, we are highly enjoying ourselves.
Yes, and we're glad that we chose to stay here as long as we did, because there's a lot of great walks and a lot of great things that we get to shoot and show you, which is exciting.
A lot of cool local neighborhoods.
Yeah, and the colonial architecture, which, not that we're pro-colonial, but the architecture is different and it's interesting, and the buildings are really colorful.
Yeah, and it feels like you may as well be in Europe. Some of the, like anything inside the walled city. What's interesting about the walled city, though, they make it seem like it's a complete wall.
Yeah, they
all the way around.
I
and
really
at one
thought
point
that.
It was.
You
thought that going in.
I did. I thought it was like completely that the wall was all the way around and was standing, and that was one of the reasons it was a UNESCO World Heritage Site, was because the wall was completely standing. It is not.
Yeah, well, it's like 30% completed, maybe.
Is that what they tell you, or is that
that's my guess? Because we walked it. We've got a walk the wall video coming out in a bit.
Yeah.
And it seemed like at the most, right? So they've got a lot of bastions.
Yeah.
Bastuartes.
Yeah. Which are kind of what's a bastion?
It's like the corner areas. Like
right.
if it's a pentagon.
Yeah.
It's the points of the pentagon.
Yeah, where they sort of like have cannons and.
Yeah. And so a lot of those are intact. And when you read the things, they were at one point were houses, or they were then some stored ammunition, or then they were like a storage room.
Prisons.
So a lot of them now are museums.
Yes.
And there are churches often by them.
Yeah.
So those sections are really interesting when you get to them.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of the time there is no wall.
Yeah.
On the walled city.
Yeah.
And then, like we said, once you cross the Avenida de Gobernadores, which is kind of the main thoroughfare inland running parallel to the ocean, maybe a 10-15 minute walk. It's a completely different city on the other side.
Chaos.
So our first Campeche video, you'll see that. We started in the chaotic area.
We did.
Right near the market. Organized chaos.
And we're going to shoot that walk, Gobernadores.
We'll walk the whole street.
And the market is like nothing we have seen.
Huge.
Oh my goodness.
And a maze.
Such a maze, so massive.
Here we should show this section here. So there's a Vips, VIPs, I'm not sure, but it's a very important Mexican fast food chain, almost like Denny's.
They seem to like it.
Tim Hortons, then you got the Burger King.
Burger King.
And then you got the Church's Chicken, which used to be in Canada. And speaking to my grandma, she used to love that. Get the Church's Chicken for the family. But it's gone in Canada, but it is doing very well in Mexico.
And I don't know, maybe, no, Church's still looks pretty expensive, really. Like, it's kind of a lot.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
fast
like,
foods are the high end.
yeah, the high-end places. I remember when we went traveling to Central America back in the day, and the fast food, the American fast food chains were out of our budget.
Yeah, and the Little Caesars was like a palace.
Oh my gosh.
There's 3 stories.
And people were getting dressed up really fancy, and they were like the fancy places to go with your family, which is interesting.
So I've been kind of, anybody who's traveling in Hawaii or some of those tropical American places,
Yeah.
it feels like that. Like, this feels like Mexico, but not really. Like, it feels
Well,
like this could be Miami or something.
Also, the climate's been interesting for me because I do like the hot, the very hot. Ziwa climate suits me very well, Zihuatanejo.
Ziwa, Ciudad de Todo.
Whereas this feels to me like Canadian summer climate.
Which I have to say, I don't mind.
No, it's nice.
It's like I often say when I'm in Ziwa, I have to go up to Liesel's temperature.
Yeah.
Even the locals are complaining about the heat.
But I need
Liesel
to
this is great.
sometimes wear my long sleeve sort of sweatshirt at night and stuff like that.
Yeah, I put socks on last night.
Yeah.
After swimming in the pool, but you haven't even been in the pool.
I did. I went in there briefly
Once.
because it was like a, what is it? Cool dip? Quick?
Plunge.
Plunge. Cold
plunge.
plunge.
And yeah, but like it's
was a
not
cool
it's,
dip.
it's not like and even when I go in, I have to take deep breaths to hang in there.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful, but yeah, once I get out, my feet are pretty cold. So
Yeah.
I personally love this weather. I think it's great.
It's nice.
And I think it would probably work for a lot of people.
It's not terrible, and definitely we keep saying. I mean, I think Ontario's having terrible snowstorms right now, so I'd rather be here.
If you say it's cold, then that's offensive to Canadians.
It is offensive to Canadians.
Our own selves who used to go through winters all the time in Canada would be offended by us calling it cold. So
okay,
it's
tell
less
us
warm.
Tell us about this point out here, because you did a bit of research about it.
As far as I know, I don't know if we'll get that far, but there's a security gate. And there's like fishing operations out there, but I can't really tell what it is.
It doesn't look public.
No, they seem to discourage people from going out there.
I don't know exactly what it is, but
which is too bad because that's a nice land spit out there.
Yeah, it is a nice land spit.
And then on either side of town, there's 2 miradors. We're gonna go to one maybe later today.
Yeah.
And those are viewpoints.
Yeah.
That you get to see of the city, and then the other way, about the same length. About 45 minutes to an hour, there's a museum of archaeology, and there's all sorts of really interesting museums.
There are.
In the city itself.
Yeah.
They're having a Frida Kahlo exhibit by the main Parque Principal.
Yeah, and then that water light show that apparently happens on the weekend. I mean, I'm fascinated by that. I like splashy things
apparently at
with
8 p.m.
lights.
they have a light and fountain show.
Yeah.
And you were astonished when we walked by, it wasn't on.
Gosh.
But the amount of light and technology that's fancy.
It's fancy. The light, those are expensive lights they got going. Those are expensive computerized laser lights. And then all the fountain machinery, like it looks like quite something, and people liken it to things like at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. So that's exciting.
We'll maybe shoot that for you.
Yeah.
And we haven't been out at night yet. Part of our middle-agedness, we used to go out at night, but just let's turn around here for a second.
Okay.
Like it's interesting how vast the ocean feels here.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
We've been to places like Puerto Morelos and things that have wide open ocean, but there's something about this that just adds this whole other horizontality to it.
Yeah, I don't know why. And maybe because the way the waves are there, the waves maybe break up the horizon in
with
a
the
different
reef.
way. Whereas here it just like goes on and on. Look at that. Woo. But no whitecaps today, so.
And the tide looks like it's out.
Yes, it does.
But as you can see, it's rocky.
Yeah.
People don't necessarily want to swim here too much, I don't think.
I don't think so. No.
We haven't seen anybody in the water.
Oh gosh, no.
And even then, the other day, the fishermen themselves looked like they were just playing cards and not even going out because it was so rough.
Oh, it was so windy. Yeah, absolutely. So this is a whole interesting area. We've not been down here yet, other than when we came in on the the light train bus.
Yeah.
So.
And anybody who's a train aficionado, I was just getting such a kick out of it because it's one of the most absurd things that I've ever seen in terms of trains.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing train about it.
No.
Other than the fact that I guess it kind of looked like a train. And then they call it the articulated something or other, the art. And so it was like 3 different cars or vehicles.
Yeah.
But essentially it was just like an articulated bus.
Yeah.
And it was long though.
Yeah.
But that was because each one had maybe 20 seats on it. Like,
yeah, because they were all facing sideways. Oh, that's a casino over
and
there.
it goes by, oh, there you go.
Whoa, that is
makes
a
sense.
fancy casino.
And it leaves, the terminal station is the Tren Maya and then Centro Historica. And it also goes by the airport. So
Yes,
that
that's
train
right.
and the airport are going to mean luggage. And it had like maybe like, I don't know, 2 or 3 spots for luggage that were not even that significant. So it was quite something.
Gosh, it was quite something.
And again, I think they spent a lot of money on it. And
Yeah,
it was
it
one of those
seemed
things
like
where
it.
then they ran out of money.
Yeah.
So then they had to go from being a train to a bus, which is funny too. When we read a lot of the things, Campeche's done a really good job of putting up signs.
Yeah, they know it's a tourist. Like, there are turismos here. When we were in Palenque, we didn't really see tourists when we were in town.
In the city, yeah.
Yeah, and then when we went out to the archaeological zone, it was like, oh, okay, here's where all the tourists are, as opposed to Campeche. And okay, also some places like in Puerto Morelos, we feel young
Yeah.
as tourists. When we're in Bacalar, we feel old as
Tourist-wise.
tourists. But here we're kind of actually in the middle. We've seen a whole range. It's been really interesting. And people who are like tourists.
Yeah, backpacks,
Like
hiking shoes.
Looking
very serious.
Looking very serious
Maybe even
about their
tired,
tourism.
maybe even strung out from the road.
Yeah, like very much like we are tourisming here. We are doing tourist activities. We are serious tourists. There's been a lot here, which is interesting. I don't know if I kind of expected that, especially like Chetumal. We saw a handful,
Yeah.
maybe 10.
Yeah.
And at first we didn't see any for quite a while. We were like, oh, are we the only,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, we may as well have
non-Mexicans
been.
in town? Like, what's going on?
And so Campeche's got all these signs everywhere that all the bastuartes and everything that actually tell you this, that, and the other thing, but it's, in the plazas and the different gazebos.
Oh, and then they have QR codes, which are hilarious because then they don't work.
Because middle-aged people are not the biggest fan of that.
Well, and then they don't work.
Yeah, and then they go to nothing. Or the Tren Ligero, the schedule, they give you a Canva document
Canva document.
that you have to download. So
Oh
now
my
I've got
gosh.
a Canva document downloaded of the schedule.
Hilarious.
Which again, if you don't have internet, if you don't have data to access your cell phone or a cell phone at all.
Yeah. Oh, that's another casino. What the heck?
Oh, they're gambling hard down here.
Whoa.
With the sushi place and the bank in between.
Ramen and sushi. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
But in 3 languages, again, all these signs really tell you like amazing things and give you lots of information. But what's hilarious is each time the sign is like, they started trying to do this,
Yeah.
and then they ran out of money basically, so
Yeah.
then they had to do this.
Yeah.
And you're like, one, why do you have to admit that in all the
Yeah,
history
just don't
things?
admit it. Like,
Yeah.
who cares? Whatever. It happened and it didn't get finished, and then it happened at this time. But every time they're like, no, they ran out of money.
So then they did
Couldn't
this.
happen.
So the Tren Ligero actually seems to be a long tradition
Here's another station.
of starting out ambitious projects like this one
Yeah.
and then having it become something else. But yet, on the other hand, as you can see, they've spent a lot of money on this Malecon and this rock work. Like that
They
must
really
have been
have.
that must have been a huge budget.
Yeah.
So
Tren Ligero.
we do
there it
appreciate
is.
the walkability of Campeche,
Yes, we do.
and it has the same thing as Palenque, where there are no stop signs. Pretty well, we saw 1 or 2 maybe
Yeah.
in the walled city.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Okay, because Palenque, we were talking about how there were no stop signs. And then when we were taking the Maya train, we were like in the middle of nowhere. There had been nothing for so long.
Countryside.
Yeah, and then this like one little intersection, stop sign.
Yeah. And yet when you get out of, like down here, it's a bunch of roundabouts, so they want the free-flowing
Yeah.
highway system going.
Yeah.
But when you get over on the other side of Avenida de Gobernadores outside the walled city, it's actually stoplights, and it's a classic traffic pattern
Yeah,
that way. So
absolutely.
it's pretty fascinating. It feels like it's actually, like 3 or 4 different cities.
It really does so far, yeah.
And then there are all these different neighborhoods that all have their distinct feel.
That says
And
Parque
we're gonna shoot a
Campeche
bunch of
over
them.
there.
Oh, yeah.
It's got ramp. They like ramps.
Oh, we're going to shoot that later.
They're like miniatures.
They have this
Here.
yeah, lots of miniatures.
Which is so funny because other places we've been, no miniatures. Here, so many miniatures. Also, like, no macrame. Other places, macrame. No macrame here.
And that's part of the fun we love about Mexico is just, even though it's very similar and there's lots of different, similarities and the differences with the tiendas and things,
Yeah.
the different areas, what they have in different areas and what they don't have.
Yeah. Yeah,
here's,
because here's this
Fascinating statue.
fascinating.
Looks like the colonials are bringing religion to the indigenous.
Yeah. The
And there's a
indigenous
Mayan
needed
god.
to be like, get out of here. Get on
Well,
out.
and the history of the Mayan people here is a lot of
That looks
warfare.
interesting down there. There's
Yeah,
like a
that does.
clock and
Look at that.
interesting
We'll
building.
have to check that out and shoot that for you one day.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna show you the. That's a big.
And what we were saying earlier, there's a ramp park by
Yeah.
that fountain we were talking about,
Yeah.
where it's just ramps to nowhere. So we're going to
Ramps.
shoot that. We might do another talking
We'll
there.
show that to you too. But yeah, here's this very interesting. At least there's dudes on that one. We're finding a lot of the what they're not statues. What are those things called? I guess statues.
Sculptures.
Sculptures here are just like really big cement geometrical things.
Yeah. A lot of like
really big.
concrete shapes.
Concrete shapes. A lot of concrete, a lot of shapes. Okay, we're getting to an area. Where do we want to go?
Well, let's keep going.
Okay. I think it's just up here, the Liverpool.
Yeah, we'll stop. I think we'll just stay on the waterfront because we can
Okay.
shoot that later.
Okay, well, I should get off the bike path that
Bike path.
we've seen the whole time we've walked it. And we walked it for like 2 hours the other day.
Yeah.
One bike.
Yeah.
Which is wild because other places there'd be so many joggers and bikers.
Yeah,
and,
Vancouver, this thing would be swarming with bikes.
Oh my gosh, and no, we haven't seen a jogger. There's no jogger.
So again, we're
One
poking
bike.
fun at Campeche, but we are also enjoying ourselves.
Yes, and we're really glad that we got here for sure. Which again, had it not been for the train Maya, we probably wouldn't have.
No.
So we're glad to be
because
here.
it's a ways to go, and the buses are okay. But as we talked about before, sometimes the drivers are better than others.
Yeah.
And the buses can just be not the best experience for people who experience motion sickness.
Yeah.
And again, if you
Sure.
experience motion sickness, and if planes are a challenge, and buses are a challenge, and collectivos going really fast are a challenge without seatbelts, the Maya train is the way to go.
Yeah, I've been doing really well on the Maya train. So
It's
that's
smooth,
been very
relatively.
nice. There it is.
It's relatively new, and there's not too many people. So this mall we're coming up to, it has the Sinopolis again.
Is this one of those? What are they called malls?
Plaza of Americas.
Plaza of
I
America?
don't know if it is exactly, but
Okay.
it looks like it has that feel. And we talked
Yeah.
about it before in where was that? Multiple places. Chetumal,
Chetumal, yeah.
where the mall in Chetumal
Chetumal.
was pretty well the same, and they're kind of cardboard cutouts.
Right.
So this looks like it's got a lot of those same features. But this is quite the complex.
We don't want to cross and show that little bit?
I mean, yeah. Sure,
I
why
think
not?
we should try. Bear with us. We're gonna cross this busy road because there's that little boat kind of area, and there's a park right there. But this is what, 3 lanes that we have to go by here?
We could be standing here a while.
No, we got this.
There's no need to endanger our lives.
We're not endangering. After second red car. Come on, Moto. There we go. We got this.
Look at the risk we take for you.
I know. Oh my gosh.
We hope you appreciate it.
Right? All right. Look the other way. I in Moto. Oh, that guy.
I might have been in the frame. She might have shot me.
Really? Sorry. Oh man.
Hard
You
to
know
see
what?
me.
You can see us sometimes in.
You can see us in the reflections.
Yeah, if you look in reflections and different things, you can totally. We are there. Okay, look at this park. I think we should go in here and then end in this area right in here.
You don't want to go to the mall?
I mean, I do, but the mall's like there. This is look at this. Look at this interesting little zone here. This is like a whole thing. There's a walkway.
Oh, it's actually a
Like the
river.
mall's right there. It's the big building. It
There
just
it
looks
is.
like a big building.
You can see it.
Whereas, like, look at this whole situation.
And what's interesting too about Mexico is they don't recycle. Most of the stuff goes into the garbage.
Yeah,
And yet every now and again, like we just passed, then you'll see a massive recycling thing.
yeah,
So they do recycle, but
yeah,
they don't really recycle.
yeah.
And then I think we talked about that before, whereas Chetumal, they tie their plastic bags up to their houses, basically, like the bars of their windows.
Right.
And Ziwa has garbage collected every day. And Bacalar and places have those stand-up cages that you put your stuff in.
Yeah.
Here, it just seems to be just put it on the sidewalk.
Just on the sidewalk.
Seems to be the strategy.
But then you know what? There has not, for whatever reason, maybe we haven't hit the neighborhoods in the same way, but there has not been strays
As many, yeah.
in the same way as there has been in other places. Because, I mean, ultimately, if you're just leaving your garbage on the street, whew, it's going to make a mess pretty quick.
Does that say poutine?
It does say
For our
poutine.
Canadian people, you can get poutine
What,
down here. I
King
think that's the
Papas?
first poutine we've ever
Yeah,
seen.
but look at its orange cheese. What's even happening?
Oh, yeah.
That's like Mexicano
That
poutine.
classic.
Maybe it's like nacho cheese poutine. Well, I don't know. I don't know if the French people would think that was
It's
poutine.
authentic poutine, according to the sign.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. What?
Look at the river. Show the river there. Look
I'm
at
going
that.
to.
Look at that boat.
Oh, there's a boat and everything. What is happening? Oh.
Yeah, we weren't expecting this.
No, I mean, we saw it kind of on the map, but we weren't expecting it to be
Oh, and there's
like
the
this.
Mirador, the lookout up there.
You think so?
Yeah, you can see the statue up there. You won't be able to see it in the camera, but it's right above the boat right now pretty well.
Really?
There's a big guy up there.
I cannot see the
Right on the tree line.
Oh gosh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right above the boat, where the boat
Yeah.
is. If you look straight up in the trees.
Technically, you could zoom in again, but that goes crazy.
Yeah, that's a whole
We don't
situation.
do that.
No, we don't.
We
zoom.
sometimes do that.
I mean, I don't know.
Let's maybe just keep going along here on the waterfront for just for a little bit longer.
Okay, for a few more minutes.
But just see where that boat area is over there.
Yeah, that
People can
sounds
stick
like.
with us for another 5
I
minutes
think
or
that
so.
sounds really great.
Pepe Gecko.
Yeah, like what does this place get going at night?
I mean, everything does usually.
I mean, usually, but then in Chetumal it didn't. So,
I think Chetumal was unique.
I mean,
Is
apparently.
the state capital of Quintana Roo, and this is the state capital of Campeche.
That's right,
state of
Campeche,
Campeche.
Campeche. But it's actually San Francisco to
Yeah.
Campeche, isn't it?
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
Kind of makes me
kinda.
feel like a little bit like I'm in San Francisco.
Which I don't want to be in San Francisco. So.
Not right now, no.
Rather be in
Beautiful
Campeche.
place. I've been there, had a
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah. Whew, it's a bit stinky.
I mean, you know,
Woo! Smell a
it
camera.
happens. Whoa, look at that boat thing there.
Whoa, look at that boat thing there.
Or submerged boat.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta pan down to get that here. Wow. That's a whole situation there.
It says a lot right there in one photo.
Yeah, it really does. Nice being able to walk though along the Malecon. We enjoy that, being able to get our walk on that way.
Well, and we
It's
are
a
really
nice
happy
time.
about where we stayed. We've got a really cool area where we're
Yes.
in the local area,
Yeah,
right near the market.
because we were looking at staying at a place out here.
Yeah, which was a bigger space.
It was a bigger space and it kind of looked
Interior-wise.
newer and maybe a bit fancier and that kind of thing. But oh, I'm so glad that we are staying right close to Centro.
Because even though our place is quite small,
Yeah.
maybe even very small,
It's bigger than a van.
It has everything we need.
Yeah.
And then it's got a huge outdoor space.
Yeah, which is really nice.
With that pool we're talking about,
Yeah.
the freezing pool. And it has peacocks.
Yeah, it does have people.
So it's what we discovered as much as anything is often in Mexico it's better to have the bigger outdoor space
Yeah,
than, because in Palenque we had the outdoor patio, but
we did.
and it was nice, it had windows and everything, but in Chetumal we didn't have an outdoor space.
No,
even
and it
though
was
it was
kind of
pretty
dark.
nice inside.
It was nice inside, but it was kind of dark.
Yeah.
And it was. I felt very cramped in, and then I get very anxious about that. And I'm like, we need to get out. We need to do things, and I
Yeah.
start freaking, which is not as fun.
Whereas at least here you have the option to go outside and have
Yeah.
a suntan if you want. in the
Right,
sun,
play my ukulele and stuff.
which we did last night
We
while I was swimming in the
did.
pool. That
That
was
was-
amazing.
it
I
was.
was singing while swimming.
That was really nice.
See, these are the things, if you get to the end, we start giving out some personal things. Start giving you a little more of that personal touch.
That's right. Well, that was a nice little sort of park, unexpected
knew?
area that way.
And so, we're way happier that we're where we are.
Yes.
And it's actually remarkably quiet at night,
Oh my gosh.
Knock on wood.
Knock on
considering
all
how
the
much
wood.
chaos, disorganized chaos is around it.
Yeah, it's been quite something for Mexico. Oh, look at this whole thing. Oh my gosh, okay.
Right?
So there's the mall over there. Oh, you can really see the statue. That's where we're going.
Well, and look
It's
at
huge.
And look at the difference, though. Like, this might be an okay place to stop
Yeah,
and do what we do is we start with the 360 and we usually end with the 360.
yeah.
But this pretty well says it all about modern Mexico right
Look
here.
at that wall over there. That's
what?
interesting. That wall, like over there.
I think that's where the river goes through.
Oh, okay.
So we could
Okay.
keep going, but
No, I think this is nice.
look at this shot. Like,
This is great.
you've got old school Campeche, you've got an inner river harbor here with the
Yeah.
old palapas and the old fishing boats.
Yeah,
And then right across you got the massive mega mall.
yeah.
That both says it all right there.
That statue looks like it's huge.
Yeah, it is in the photos.
That's our goal. That's where we're
Yeah,
headed
we're gonna
to.
go up there.
Ooh,
But we
yeah.
are gonna hit that mall. Often in the food courts, they have good Chinese food.
Tres Guisos.
We love Mexican food, but every now and again, it's kind of nice to get a little
Yeah.
tres guisados, they call them,
Yeah.
where you get to pick your buffet, 3 dishes.
Yeah,
Give you a
it's
little
pretty
rice or
good.
some spaghetti
They
with
do
it.
it better than Canada does. Sorry, Canada.
Yeah, we love Canada.
Yeah.
But
Well, if you have made it all the way through this We're Talking, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. We love sharing our time with you and hanging out and giving you information about where we're at and what we're up to. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop it in the comment section below. Yeah, share with your friends, give a thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe. It all helps us to keep doing this, which is what we love to do, is go on adventure walks and take you with us.
To a place we've never been, especially.
Yeah,
like we did today. Never been here.
Yeah, and we know that the internet and all the things is vying for your time in so many different ways and in a lot of really hooky, spectacular ways, and we aren't giving you that. We're just giving you some really nice, chill, easy, different, non-grabby, cool content. So
and we walk and talk with Talking, like this is on Thursdays.
Yep.
And then other than that, twice a week, Tuesday, Saturdays, walkmentaries, where we just let the area speak for itself.
Yeah, those are walking documentaries.
Those are our bread and butter.
On toes. So thank you so much for being with us. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will catch you next time.
Hasta luego.